All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's lesson time. It's time to get taught by a hot dog. Boom. Today's lesson is simplifying expressions, which has two parts. I'll try to combine it into just one video, though. First part is you got to combine like terms. But the second part is there's a step before that sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Sometimes you might have to distribute. So we're going to start with combining like terms. Okay? Now, do you remember what terms are? Terms have to do with the variables. Do you remember what variables are? Let's have Tucker refresh you.
A variable is a letter that represents one or more numbers.
Very good, Tucker. Okay, thank you, Tucker. Now, as you can see, I've labeled, there, let's get rid of that. There we go. Okay, I've labeled in red the terms that have a variable. So negative 2x and positive 3x. Those are like terms. Those are the only ones that have a variable, a single variable. The ones in green or blue, you might see it, are positive 5 and a negative 2. They don't have a variable. They have no variable, so they are also a like term. Now, I also made it a point to label the sign that's in front of it, because the sign in front of it directly connects to the letter and the variable. So this isn't just a 2x, it's a negative 2x. This isn't just a 3, it's a positive 3. This isn't a 5, it's a positive 5. And this isn't a 2, it's a negative 2. This is the most important part right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange the sentence. Technically, this is a math sentence to make it match each other, to put them next to each other. So I'm going to have the negative 2x right next to the positive 3x. And I'm going to have the positive 5 right next to the negative 2. Okay, so now I haven't yet combined like terms. I put the terms next to each other. So now I have a negative 2 plus 3. We got to remember what's negative 2 plus 3. Well, if I'm down 2 and I add 3, technically I have 1. I have 1x. Sorry, yeah. I have 1x. And technically I don't need to write that 1. If I have an x, it's like having an apple. I can say an apple. I don't have to say I have one apple. I have an apple. So I can just put x. Now over here I got 5 minus 2. 5 minus 2 is positive 3. Very good. So it'd be x plus 3. And that is my simplified expression. I've taken these 4 terms and I've worked it down to 2. I cannot combine after this because I don't know what x is. Now for the next part, the flip side of this problem. Distributing. There are going to be some problems where you have to distribute first. Now what that means is you're going to see it like this. Sorry, let me write something up real fast. Okay, you're going to see it like this. Distributing. Okay, you see this first. If you see this first in any part of the equation, whether it be the front part, the back part, the middle part, if this occurs in the problem, you have to do that first. Okay, because this is a sign of multiplication. The fact that this letter is right next to a set of parentheses, or you want to think parentheses, it indicates multiplication. So it has to be done first. Remember PEMDAS, multiplication first. So distribute this in not just to one part, but to both parts. So 3 times 2 is 6, but it's not just a 2, it's a 2x. So it's 6x. Very good. And 3 times negative 3. Don't forget, the sign in front of the number indicates what kind of number it is. So it's 3 times negative 3, which gives us, very good, negative 9. So now I've gotten to this step, and usually there will be other parts attached to it that you can then go and do, that part. That's it for today's work. It's pretty easy. It's not a lot of problems. It's a Friday. There are IXLs. There's 3 sections. All right, Stingrays, it's Friday. Have a good weekend. Hopefully the weather clears out. It's not looking as gray, so maybe things turn around. All right, Stingrays. See you later.